That's the first left turn with it loaded.
Yeah.
My visor steamed up, my glasses.
It'll be alright once you get out of the hills.
Yeah, 200k on my petrol.
Yeah. Oh well, good afternoon, Beaks. It's been a long day already. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we are just setting off. Fortunately, it's just a couple of hours to get to our destination, which is Barmera in the Riverland. It's extremely windy, it's extremely cold, and it's been raining most of the day, but fortunately for now anyway, the road looks to be quite dry. And I think once we get down from the hills, we'll find that the temperature will increase, and I don't think they've had any rain down there, so that's why I haven't got my waterproof leggings on, and I'm just hoping that we don't get too wet before we get down to the bottom of the hills. We are fully loaded. It's a whole new learning curve. It's a long time since I had a decent amount of luggage on a motorcycle, and this bike is now heavy, very heavy. But as with everything with this bike, at the moment, on the move, even in the wind, you can't feel too much by way of an imbalance or anything. What about yours, Chris?
It's just heavy. Not used to it. Yeah, it's being not used to the weight of amount of stuff we're carrying. It's just an unusual sensation, if you like.
Yes. Nothing coming from the left, if you close up on me. Nothing coming from the right.
Okay. Got it. Well, I suppose this is our proper start, I suppose, albeit we're going to Melbourne for the shipping of the bikes. It's where I suppose in a way it's where
the adventure begins. Yeah, the adventure begins.
One or two people have said that my voice is a little bit muted, so I've made sure my buff is away from my mouth, and we'll see if that makes it any better.
Please hang up and try again.
Are we there yet?
Clear. Suspension must have hardened itself up. It's not wallowy or anything.
When we've done 20,000k and then we realise it doesn't work.
I might just take a look at the manual tonight just to make sure.
Legs are a bit cold.
Yeah, it is very cold. It says 13 degrees, but we're still in the hills, so temperature's going to go up when we start going down. How's your seat?
It's a bit firm, but then as you said, yours has loosened up a bit. It tends to throw you up against the tank though.
Yeah?
Trouble is I've got more bits by the tank. Yeah, I think we can probably get up in the morning, load up when we get ready, and then we can, if you want, we can have a look at, I don't know, playing with tyres. You're all clear left, all clear, totally, all clear, all clear, all clear, all clear. Well, I think our bags are completely full up now, so when we go to, yeah, we'll be okay with India with our backcountry duffels. Well, we will be. I can only take one pair of undies, one pair of socks and a t-shirt, because in the duffel is all of the tech. Which means when we get to, say, the UK and back on these bikes, what we've had in India, bags, well, in the bag we've got, we should be able to fit that back on these bikes okay again. I think having had the other the new gloves I've got, I don't like these at all. Which ones are you wearing? These are the summer gloves. Yeah, it's the summer gloves for India, but you'll need the other gloves for the UK. Well, I'm following Beaky 1. And I can tell you from Australia, that's our thanks to Pip for stitching those onto our panniers for us. And what a fantastic job she's done. You'd have thought it was meant to be there. Was that a CF motor? Probably. The Spot On sells them. Rust frame here. Yeah, it's nice to be able to get my feet firmly flat on the floor. I suppose the secret is not to rush anything. Don't go off in a hurry. You're going to brake quickly at a junction and be off balance. I suppose that's how it's done. And I always remember my motorcycle riding instructor who stuck with me through my 6 failed tests because I just couldn't do a U-turn. And he always used to say to me, do everything in slow motion. Until you've got a few years under your belt, it doesn't matter what bike you're on, do everything in slow motion and you won't go wrong. And he's right. If you just slow up that little bit earlier at a junction, and make sure you're in the right gear for a corner, all of those things, you've just got to think of the extra weight. I mean, we've been watching a couple on YouTube, Sean and Emily, and they're 2 up on a 1300 GSA, and the weight that bike must be actually hauling around must be enormous. I mean, I know she's only a really small person, and he's not exactly packing much weight either, but with their hard panniers and a tank full of fuel, it must be so heavy. So I think that's what he does as well. He thinks well ahead, and he does things in slow motion to accommodate that extra weight. Well, we've got U-turns to come yet to practice. What I need is a big car park. The interesting thing, I remember you telling me a story of your U-turns and failing your riding test. Was 6 times you took it, you know, and at the end of it all, when it was down to a bike you actually got on the day of the last one where you passed, and it was the bike that you could ride better, and the other ones you were having to make do with the bike. And as soon as you got the right bike, you did your U-turn first, and it was the same examiner, and he said, oh, no need to do the rest of the test because I know you can do it 5-6 times before. I think that's amusing. A U-turn, I suppose, it's a big no-no. You've got to be able to do your U-turns and stuff.
Well, you do for your test, that's for sure. Yep. All right. Oh, you haven't fastened your jacket in.
Why?
Your rain jacket is hanging out the bottom. Just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's your rain jacket. What are you doing, Chris?
Yeah, well, I did my normal trick.
Which is?
Well, I've packed everything away absolutely fantastically. It all fits in, it all slots into place. I can't remember where I put anything. can't remember at all.
Well, Team Big, we've made it to Barmera, which was a 2-hour 45-minute ride. I think it was supposed to be less than that, but the winds were really heavy.
We didn't get lost though.
We didn't get lost because it was a dead straight road.
Well,
because we left so late, 3 o'clock, that if we'd left earlier, and then we could have meandered our way along the river, but it didn't work out like that. We were dodging rain showers while we were sat at home kind of working out what to put where, basically. And I think pretty much most of what I had ready to go in is still there, because I just can't fit it all in. And the reason for that is all the technology, and I don't have all the technology. So on this run down to Melbourne, just to drop the bikes off, I haven't got the drone. So you'll have to wait for a future edition to see what South Australia's like by drone. But I have to work out a way to get that. Obviously it's not going to go in a bag, and that may be because of the actual box that it's contained in is quite bulky, but it's a hard shell, a semi-hard shell. Maybe I need to be able to strap it to the molly on the tail pack. I don't know. I'm reluctant to put it anywhere other than the tail, because that's where all the sensitive technical equipment is. So I don't want too much shaking and juddering going on, and it's effectively supported by some of the clothing and some of the bags. And then I've got two little pouches which I got all my clothes in. I just managed to get a pair of shoes in, so I did want to bring Crocs as well, but there's no chance of that happening. And then the other bag is completely stuffed with camping equipment. Meanwhile, Chris has got one bag which is completely stuffed with tools. So it's a case of, are we over-engineering it all or what? Because Chris has got clothes. Clothes and tools. So I think he's brought his entire wardrobe.
Well, I've only got 14 underpants. I've got 10 t-shirts, polo shirts. No. The thing is, yeah, we've it's a shakedown as well, really. But we're fully stacked up. I think I've got nearly everything that's to go in. Sit on the bikes. Normally at a time like this, it's where they're doing their vlogs. They'll show you around the accommodation, and this is this and this is that, and this is the.
It's retro.
Yeah,
it's retro.
It's just acceptable. Oh.
What was that then?
That was my helmet talking to me, I think.
Have you left it on?
Probably.
Oh.
It's going to be charged up in a minute anyway.
But at the end of the day, the sheets look very clean, the bed looks comfy, and it doesn't matter about the decor, does it?
Yeah, we've got a bar and we've got somewhere to eat tonight. So
there's a pub next door, and they are serving meals at 7 p.m. now. They're serving meals till 8, and I am so hungry. I haven't had anything to eat all day. So what we're going to do now?
Shoot out the door head first. Yeah, bikes are locked up. Bikes are all sorted in that respect. I think we're going to keep them fully alarmed and everything else and covered.
Yeah, so they've got the D-lock on. Chris has put his alarm disc lock on. I haven't worked out how to use mine yet, so it's sat next to the camera, and they are literally right outside the door. So that's the best we can do for night number 1, and hope that Barmera is a solid place without any thieves.
Sounds good. All right.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
Love you a long time.